Okay, so this is just a response to some comments on LocoDev's gliding system video. I've basically just put in the comments that I've made a quick video. It's not advertising. I don't really care about any of that. It's just to help some people because there's not a part 2 for this. So the way that he does it is he spawns an actor, and the issue with that is if you want to, when you let go of the key, destroy that actor, it can cause a lot of access non errors, and also just playing an animation and then when letting go of the key, setting the animation mode back to animation blueprint can just cause a bunch of weird stuff in Unreal. It always has, especially if you have a lot of different systems with animations and stuff. It can just kind of mess everything up. So it's really simple, the way that I've done it. Maybe it might not be the correct way, but I think it's better than spawning an actor. Considering that the actor is literally just the static mesh, the best way I think is to just go to your third person character and then click on your mesh, and you're just gonna add a static mesh and then just use the umbrella. Then for the parent socket, if you followed LocoDev's video, you'll have the socket that you created, so you just parent it to that. And then that means you don't have to mess with any of this stuff here. So next thing you want to do is go to scroll down on the umbrella, and you just want to set visible to off initially. So then the way I have it is I have it on my jump key. A lot of games have it on the jump key, like Sly Cooper, for example. So what you need to do is, especially if you have a double jump system, this logic is literally just if your jump counter equals 2, so that just means if I have no jumps left and I'm in the air, so I'm falling, if that's true, you're just going to set the umbrella visibility to true, so you're currently gliding, right? And then you'll just run the code that LocoDev created, and then you'll want to create a variable called isGliding and then set it to true off the pressed. You could do it here, it doesn't really matter, as long as it's after this. And then on released, you'll do what he did in the video, but just to clarify, he set his back to, I believe it was Unreal's default gravity and air control. But if you've changed that for your game, you're going to set it back to what you have it as specifically. Otherwise, it's just going to go back to Unreal's default. So if you have air control way down or way up, you'll want to set it to that value on the release, so it's back to normal basically. And then you'll set the isGliding to false and the umbrella visibility to off. So when you press it, the umbrella will be visible and isGliding is true. And then when you release, isGliding is false, and you're setting it to basically invisible. So lastly, in the third person character, you're going to get a event on landed node, which comes default with Unreal, event on landed. And you will set the visibility of the umbrella to false here as well, and also isGliding to false. What this does is it stops people from holding down the key while they're on the floor and still seeing the umbrella and not changing the animation. So that's everything in the third person character. Now in your animation blueprint, the one slight caveat with doing this is you're just going to see the umbrella in the animation blueprint. Maybe you can, there's a way to turn that off, but I don't really care that it's there, honestly. I don't really look at this much. It's just a preview at the end of the day. So, oh, rare animation. Yeah, that only happens like 0.1% of the time or whatever. Anyway, so in your event graph on your animation blueprint, on your blueprint initialize animation, you just want to cast to your third person character and then promote this to a variable to get a reference. Make sure you do try get pawn owner into the object. And then if you have a bunch of stuff in your update animation node, you might want to get a sequence. So just grab your character reference and then just drag out and say it get is gliding, and then you're just going to right click that and promote to a variable, and then just connect the pins. So once you've done that, if you go into your animation graph, all you'll need is a blend poses by bool, so one of these, and then the active value is going to be the is gliding variable. So if is gliding is true, you'll just make a new state machine, and then simply just put the glide animation into it. Now, if you want like an unlanded animation, that'd be really simple to do as well. But yeah, just for the basic version, it's just this. So true, glide animation, and then false, you're gonna put your main state machine or your locomotion into the false. So if you've not got any of this, you just have the locomotion, this would just go into the false. And that's it. So I'll just show you now. So I'm holding the key, the animation's playing. And then I can let go and press it again. You might want to add a cooldown to this in your game so you can't just spam it, or maybe change the gravity scale. Which is probably what I do, is just make the gravity scale bigger. So right now I'm still holding the space button, but the umbrella's gone and the animations have gone back to normal, and I can let go and nothing will change. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm holding space, I'm still holding space, but everything's back to normal. And one last thing I'll mention, if the animation doesn't look like he's grabbing the umbrella very well, or if it's not an umbrella, whatever it might be, if you just go to the animation, most people know this, but if you don't, this could help. Where is it? So if you go to the animation, you're going to see all these lines and you're probably like, what the hell? It's really simple. I'm still in the middle of doing it, so it doesn't look good right now, but it's going to look like this. If you go over to skeleton tree, you can literally just grab a finger and you can just rotate it. So once you've rotated it to the position you like, you're just going to press S on your keyboard, and it's just going to set that bone's location, rotation, scale, whatever it might be. So you can kind of get him to grab onto it a little bit better. So I've set it so the thumb's kind of, the way you'd probably hold an umbrella, right? Yeah, it's still not done, but it's just as an example. So yeah, that's it.